to this day with that person and her sister, and they are the best of humans. They really are. They are some of the best humans I know. Let's see. Joanna Kinnard. Is it Kinnard or Kinnard? I don't want to say it wrong. Let me know. She says, the first time I saw you was in my reels under one of those hate pages, and I was like, oh my God. Why did they hate her? She's amazing. I love you. She was like, why did they hate her? She's amazing. So I came to your page and I have watched ever since. You don't need anything but your light and truth to draw people in. You have a kind spirit. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And it's funny because a lot of these haters tried to expose me. Expose what? I mean, this is people know me, that know me intimately as a friend or in any kind of connection, you know, through work, whatever. They know this is who I am. This is exactly me on the screen and off screen. There's no difference. There really is no difference. Hey Jane! I love you. I love you. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. So I was telling you just now, right now, before this wonderful commenter came and said what she said right here, and I love you. Thank you so much. I love the people that were brought over here by, you know, the Hateful Man's page, or, you know, the Ultimate Haters page, you know, and you decided to see what all the hate was about. And then you come over here and you realize exactly what all the hate is about. And I thank you for that. I thank you for that. Michelle Marie Villarroel says, I found you on the haters page too. Thanks, haters. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. Yes, Mandy, you and your sister. As I was saying right now, Mandy, I don't know if you heard me, but there was a hateful person today. She was one of the ones that was in a vehicle with another person who also said, you know, I'm sorry for doing all these bad things to you. I should have never done it. And then just like 3 months ago, you know, went on another hate page of a man. So you see, that's why I hardly ever trust anybody. But the one that was speaking today, because she was bothered by the video that I made yesterday, right? One of the 3 times that she tried to befriend me, after consistently repeating, right? I should have never done those bad things to you. I will never do it again. Employed the help of a woman who I met, and then I got the honor to meet her sister. And these two beautiful souls have never shown me anything other than kindness, anything other than hospitality, anything other than consideration, anything other than a lack of hate. So, this is what I have to say. That hateful woman was in a vehicle when I was recuperating from my surgery at Miss Painter's house. As Ofelia Moreno was in the back seat, stalking me with all of them in the car.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
They were so obsessed with every move that I was making in my life that they literally followed me everywhere, even during my recovery. And they all listened to her. None of them would have been in the car. None of them would have been driving. None of them would have been in the front seat. None of them would have been in the back seat. None of them would have been in that car stalking me in front of Miss Painter's house when I was 2 or 3 days post-op. Were it not for Ofelia Moreno wanting them to participate in that, and they foolishly did. That's a weak human. One that stalks like that, and one that listens to one that stalks like that. That is a weak, hateful human. Okay? Do you really think that I've survived everything that I've survived? I love y'all. And you really think that I would be standing here breathing and thriving and ever evolving if a hater like that from Mercedes, Texas had the ability to get the outcome that she wants with her words? I don't care who her audience is. None of that matters to me. None of it. I want you to notice one thing. They will never say names. Never. You can call me the worst kind of person in the world. She can call me a drug addict, and she can say whatever she wants. She can lie and say, well, she never paid this much money to get her girls. You can't pay money to get my girls back. No. What was done to me is not done, I don't think has ever been done to any parent in that way, ever. Not ever. But hey, that's part of my underdog story.
Hey, y'all. Sorry, I don't know if you get it. Anyway, I was saying that's bullcrap. It's documented court paperwork that she was given an opportunity, even after the deadline, to file for an appeal on her kids. And they gave her the time. They specify how many days they gave her, and she never came back to do it. This is in court paperwork. So, what the heck she's talking about? Because she's counting that all her meathead viewers are all boneheads. And they are. They're meatheads.
Whenever they try to put out misinformation like that, you see I'm going to transmute that energy?
Yes, this is live right
I probably already passed 500 views by now. When I post this video, it'll probably be double the 500. I'm imagining. Thank you, Margarita. Thank you. But notice that she will not say my name. Say my name. Say Vanessa Tijerina is a drug addict. Say it.
Vanessa Tijerina is a drug addict.
Say it. We'll see how people take kindly to that. You won't say my name. You won't. There was nothing like that. That's like when Ofelia Moreno says, I told her to go on her hands and knees and I've never had a conversation with you. That's crazy. That is crazy. I was never given a plan. No. The separation between me and my children involved more sinister things. Very sinister.
No, it didn't.
Yeah. Nobody wants a warrior of a parent to have access to children who no one else is believing. And if they believe them, they have failed to champion for them. Some woman rambling here in South Texas about me will never matter, not even to no degree.
In case you didn't know,
compared to,
she's talking about Velda Garcia.
The two little humans that she alludes to their life. In her video today, she stated something about The accident. There was no accident. I've never been in an accident with any children. Any of my 4 children. We have never been in an accident. They're bothered. She's bothered because she can't be her old version of herself. Because she's trying to be very classy now. I wonder who influenced her like that. I wonder who influenced all of that. People who never wore red lipstick before are suddenly wearing red lipstick. And they will tell you, ay, pues nadie más puede ponerse red lipstick, nadie más. We all know and we all see the influence of the one that is hated the most on all of the haters, from one degree to another. Even the men. Even the men. I have literally influenced an entire society of haters down here.
Oh yeah, a whole society.
Every single one.
An entire society, an entire country, just an entire culture.
But just notice
an entire
she
culture.
doesn't want to find herself in a position. Like
just for the record.
And if you all do not know why she's being,
well, at least mine. I'm going to speak for myself. Mine is not a hate page.
The victim in this case, right?
Mine is a reaction page.
And this is what I love about Hidalgo County.
I react to videos, and in particular, react to this one's videos. But I don't hate. I mean, what the people say in the comments or whatever, that's their business, and
it's a back and forth thing.
That's none of my business. But I don't hate, and I'll keep saying it. I know she don't like to hear it. I've never hated her ever.
Not protecting victims.
Because I don't like her.
Whenever their aggressors violate.
Doesn't mean I hate her.
Here in Texas. Oh, it's a back and forth thing. It's a back and forth thing. Terry Palacios doesn't think it's a back and forth thing because it's not a back and forth
Yet
thing.
Here you are.
It's
Yet
not
here you are.
I
have a life. I got a good life. This one needs to get a life.
Remember, these are both 2 of my haters.
I'm assuming you're one of her meathead minions. Yeah.
Survived and will forever.
I feel sorry for you.
No matter
you know,
how
you really
strong
should
they
come to the light and
forget,
see
right?
what she's really like.
Just like the one that was speaking today, that is the reason that I'm making this video. And
you drank the Kool-Aid,
bothered that I'm making this video,
and you're gonna end up like one of Jim Jones's people.
Okay, because none of this would have been said. But I'm gonna go ahead and
she's
say like I wouldn't say the details of what it is you're accused of.
Yeah, she's the one who needs to get her life. She needs to move on with her life. She needs to do something.
Ofelia Moreno spoke on social media.
You know, if you could get paid to be a victim, well, that would be different. But I don't think she's getting paid.
Child molester, and that they had AIDS. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's that simple. She did not make those statements knowing that that was the truth. In fact, she had no idea if it was the truth, and most likely always knew that it was a lie. But the most important thing is, she was saying something that was not fact. 2, equally as important, actually, because the harassment law states when you do something and you broadcast something for the mere purpose of embarrassing, just like that woman today, she can say whatever she wants. Mercedes Austin. She can say whatever she wants, but she's never going to say my name. She's never going to say my name. Just like she's never going to say the name of the other hater of mine that she was mentioning, which I will talk about right now. So Ofelia Moreno violated the harassment code, the harassment law, because how are you going to tell a jury or get your lawyer to convince a jury that you did not say that to embarrass him? Yeah, you did. You didn't say it to torment him. You absolutely did. You and Lupe Olivares has a long history of claiming that many different people have AIDS. He has a schoolyard mentality when it comes to his hate. That's something like from the 80s or something that you would say. You know? Either way, there is no way that a jury is ever going to believe that she had good faith intentions. Never. All of that was done to humiliate and torment and embarrass the victim. All of it. You have no record. You have no proof of what his lab work is, what his lab work says. Nothing. Nothing. You have no proof. In fact, if anything, it's easier for anybody off the streets to believe when they hear this case that you absolutely knew that it wasn't true. There was no truth to it at all. You didn't have any, not even a shred of proof. Not even not even a shadow of proof did you have when you are labeling somebody a child molester. That's the burden that you have to bear.
Yeah, you know what?
And yeah, the burden is on the prosecution.
I don't.
That is a very easy case.
Some of these pages, the other
She
pages,
said it
you
or
know,
she
they're
didn't
feuding
say
or
it.
whatever. It's like they won't say each
Now,
other's
does she
names.
intend
Instead, they use
to cause
nicknames,
embarrassment? Absolutely.
or they just won't refer to
There's
them
no other
directly.
reason
And I don't know
for
why.
her to say those things.
I mean, everybody
Other
knows
than
who they're talking about. You might as well
did
just
she
say
intend to
it.
torment
What's
him?
what are they
Absolutely.
afraid of? Just
Did
say
she
the
intend to
name.
embarrass him? Absolutely. All the things.
Just
all the things.
say
all
it.
the things
You know,
that violate the harassment law in Texas.
if you're going to be bold enough to go online
All
and bold
the
enough to make all kind of
malicious
accusations, then be
intent.
bold enough, you know, to say
That is
somebody's
an
name.
easy case. And I don't think anybody realizes how easy that case is. That's why that hater today from Mercedes/Austin will not say my name. Say the comments that you said about my children and me and paperwork, which had never happened, and say my name. Say my name. Say my name without saying that it's your opinion. Say my name and say it with your chest, the whole statement. You won't. Why? Because you will be doing exactly what Ofelia Moreno is doing. Exactly the reasons that Ofelia Moreno finds herself in a situation that she's in right now is the reason that you will not say my name with your whole chest and the statement without any other outstanding words or phrases to let people know, okay, this is my opinion, I'm just saying it. In other words, I don't want to go to jail. Say it without making a disclaiming phrase. It's not gonna happen, right? Y'all, that's why I don't listen to nobody really can ever make me feel any kind of way, but especially not somebody like that. So right now, Ofelia Moreno is not liking what I'm saying here. Nobody is gonna, in her position, is gonna like me saying what I'm saying here. I promise you that I would not have made this video had it not been for your, lip flapping friend from Mercedes Austin. Alarming my audience. Yeah. And so let me tell you how they are trying to discredit another. Remember, these are all people. These are all people. Each one of them wanted to ruin my life, and all of them were obsessed with me. All of them.
All of them.
Yeah. Even when I forgave one of them, who I'm kind of going to defend, I guess, right? Right now. Watch. All of these people damaged me. All of them. All of them. All of them. And it is serious damage. The one I'm about to, the one from Mercedes Austin was trying to continuously put down in this weird way about the FAR Police Department, because we're going to speak on that right now. I am right now. Is trying to discredit another hater of mine, all of which I survived all of them. Do you know how much shit that woman from Mercedes Austin has said about me? But see, from this day forward, if she says those statements, says my name, says it without a disclaimer, and says it with her whole chest.
So
This is not a back and forth.
yeah, it is.
You're not gonna make those kind of statements, just like she's not gonna make those kind of statements, and then try to convince a jury.
That's why police won't do anything about
that you
it.
didn't
You know,
mean any
until
harm,
it
that you
starts to escalate,
You absolutely did.
then they'll do something about it. Then they'll
Alright.
start to look into it. When things escalate or
I know
get
that
ugly.
the one that she was trying to discredit today, because I don't even know why they're trying to deflect. I don't even know why this. Anyways, I'll mention it right now, but it's just strange, and it shows either how they lack a certain level of cognitive understanding, or they just don't really know about these things that they speak of, or they're just that hateful, or a blend of all three, right? But the other person, remember, both of these ladies were in a car passing in front of Miss Painter's house, stalking me. And the man did a bunch of damage to me as well. The one that's the, victim of Ofelia Moreno's, right? So, today she goes on to state, because before Ofelia Moreno shut down her platform for now, she was trying to discredit one of my other haters by saying that she was involved in some kind of domestic thing, right? And now, Ofelia Moreno talked about that. And just by the way, apparently Ofelia Moreno had known about this because she got a letter in the mail. I strongly believe, I will always believe, that letter was written, sadly, by one of my other haters, who is supposed to be really good friends now with this other hater. Yeah. Because there's no way. There's things that were said in that letter that could only be known by the people that were involved in those circumstances directly that day, and or somebody that they confided in. Men don't usually confide in that much detail to their bros, but women do.
Yeah, good point. She's talking about Jaime
Because
Castañeda.
if
Jaime,
my intuition
aka
is correct,
Ruby. Why won't she say his name?
she's friends with one of her biggest enemies, and she doesn't, no. So anyway, Ofelia Moreno got this letter, and of course she loved it, right? She was gonna go out there and she told everybody about everything. Anyways, long story short, she started to shame, right? She started to shame this hater of mine by laughing and making fun of the fact that they had heard that she was a victim of domestic violence. I'm not kidding. That's Ofelia Moreno. I'm being serious. She was making fun of that, she was likely a victim of domestic violence. Okay. Keep that in mind. Remember what I said about it's either they don't have the cognitive understanding, they don't know about the things that they speak of, they're that hateful, or a blend of everything, all right? Whatever. But at the same time, they were trying to discredit her by saying that she was involved in something and that she was an accessory to something and that she did something during those circumstances of a night. And so that she was breaking the law. These women don't understand that in Texas, when you are a when you are a victim of domestic violence, and let's just say the bullshit that they're saying is, you know, I'm not even going to say if it's bullshit or not. It may or may not be true. I don't know. I don't know. If it's true, I feel bad for all the victims involved. All of them. All of them. Because no man should be putting hands on anybody. Not their sister, not their people that they spend time with. In any way. No. But what these women don't understand is, which is it? Which is it? She has to go and speak to FRPD? Because what? She's going to get in trouble for what? Which is it? You want to mock somebody for being a victim of domestic violence. You want to mock her by saying that she's been made fun of, that she gets beaten on, whatever, right? But then you want to use scare tactics and say, the FRPD is looking for you because you hit a pew-pew. I'm not even kidding, y'all. This is why I stay to myself as much as I can now. Because remember, at one point, all these people tried to be my friends, every single one of them. Every single one. You know? And these are the kinds of minds. Like, who makes fun of domestic violence? You know? And then who tries to act all sophisticated, you know, with their clankly jewelry and stuff like that, when you're being a whole ass hater? It's true. So which is it? She's a victim of domestic violence, or she needs to go talk to the FRPD and she's going to get in trouble and she's going to go to jail? Because it can't be both. And let me tell you why it can't be both. One cancels the other one out. What you want the public to believe that she's wanted for questioning, even if she was, whatever a person who's a victim of domestic violence does as they are in a domestic violence situation, they can't be prosecuted for that. And the thing is that I've stayed quiet about this entire thing, and for weeks they were saying this, and I was like, do they not know? Do they not know that? Do they not know that when you are a victim of domestic violence and you are involved, and you were involved in something that was a crime, and you were at that time under duress as a victim of domestic violence, you're not going to be charged for that crime. Don't believe me? Go look it up. You won't be jailed. It's not going to happen like that. Because Texas recognizes that. Texas recognizes that when you are in a domestic violence relationship, it is a mechanism of survival to go along with whatever. So do you know how ridiculous you look? At the same time that you're trying to mock the same woman, laughing and laughing her asses off because she gets her ass beat. Your words. And then at the same time wanting the public to believe that not only is she a victim of domestic violence, but at the same time, during the same night when she was still a victim of domestic violence, she's going to go to jail and she's going to do this. Nothing's going to happen to her. Which is it? Or if something's going to happen to her, that means that she'll have to admit that she was not a victim of domestic violence, because it can only be one or the other. It cannot be both. It cannot be both. My goodness. You know? And I had been wanting to say this, and I had been wanting to say
Everybody,
this.
don't forget, if you need legal advice, please
I
do not call this woman right now.
But, I mean, since somebody's taken the time, you know, to try to, I mean, I guess I just wanted an excuse to kind of explain that. Because, you know, it does something to somebody that really just cares about humanity. And this is a hater of mine. This is a woman that would post and post and post about me on hate pages. This is a woman who would go to my court cases and sit behind me. Just the same, just everything they do right now to other people. You know, to just be those kind of haters is what she would do to me. And here I am, discrediting the other haters that are trying to discredit her. That's the difference between me and all of them. And another thing is, you know, who said that I was perfect? I've never said that I'm perfect. But that's the problem, especially with that hater. With that hater from Mercedes, you know, Austin. I can say your name is Felda Garcia.
There you go.
And what about it? Even that. How many times do you say that? Man, I have such an influence on all of y'all. That's crazy. That is crazy. Right? You see, I can say your name because I am not violating the harassment code here. I'm not. You cannot make the statements that you made today, say my name, say it with your whole chest, and not make a disclaimer phrase. Because you do not want to wind up in the same position that your friend Ophelia Moreno is in. You don't. You really don't. Right? That is crazy. No, exactly. No, these are all hurt people that want to hurt other people. And so today she made that statement and she was like, well, apparently that I feel like I'm perfect. No, that's how you see me. I don't think you're perfect. I don't know. You had a Freudian slip. That's how you see me. No, you can laugh all you want. It's, you know, how you do, right? No, that's how you see me. I have never in 10 years ever made the statement, I am a perfect individual. That's how you see me. That's how all of you haters see me. That's why all of you haters, at one point or another or now, have sought out to expose me. Expose me how? Oh, you want to expose that I'm not perfect? But who said I was? Oh, it's because you see me that way. And you don't want other people to see me that way. And you do not want to admit that you see me that way. That's why you try to say all the bullshit that you say about me. That's why you try to, you know, do what these other haters are. All of y'all destroy my life. Literally just destroy my life.
God, go to hell. Take some accountability for the crap that you've done.
Today you mentioned that I was in a,
You know, why is it our fault that she smoked crack and did drugs? Why is that our fault? How is that our fault? And she's gonna say, "Oh, they drove me to it." It's like,
believe me or not. And the thing is that you know that it's the truth.
GTFO.
And
GTFO.
The person looking at the situation understands exactly what I'm saying.
Ugh, she makes me want to freaking puke.
And they make statements and you've never alluded to that you were perfect, it's because that's how they see you. Remember, hate is just love. It's really love. They admire the fuck out of you. That's why they've allowed themselves to be influenced with no shame. You can see pieces of me in every single one of my haters.
No.
The way that they do their shout outs to their audience.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Hello, hello. All of them. Hello, hello.
Oh.
All of them.
Yeah.
Everything.
She invented the shout outs. And when we say hello, hello, yeah. Making fun of her, yeah. Okay, so what? And then what about it? What about it?
Talk shit about Vanessa.
Yeah, that is a direct mockery, yes. Hello, hello. Coming at you live from the Rio Grande Valley here in Brownsville, Texas. Yeah, she invented going live in case anybody didn't know.
That you hate me, you love me. The difference between my haters, the only thing worse than hate is indifference. And indifference means that they don't give a fuck about you. They don't even think about you. That's not the case with haters. Haters become obsessed with you because it's another form of love.
See, that's where you're wrong. Because I don't think about her all day long. So that means I don't hate her. That means I don't hate her. Or doesn't mean I hate her. No, I don't hate her. She never did none to me. I don't hate her. I don't hate you. I know you don't believe it because you're a numbskull. But I don't hate you. All I do is react to your silly videos, and I defend the 3 people that you keep accusing of having to do something with your beating. I've been doing that consistently from day one. And that's it. That's it.
The problem is they hate themselves for admiring you because they don't want to admire you. They don't.
Weird.
It bothers them. It also bothers them that other people may see you the way they see you that they will never admit to outside of their mind. When did I say it? Never.
What the F is she talking about? Does anybody have a clue? Does anybody have a clue? She lost me.
And what about it? All of it. You must not know who I am. Everything. Literally everything. Everything. And that's because whenever I would say they must not know who I am is when I was, help me, please, look at what's happening to me. And I was really deep into my very scared survival state when I was barely surviving out loud. And that was not towards people in the public. It was when I was talking about these people, and I would constantly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she went to the.
These school officials did not know who I was. They underestimated me. They didn't know who the fuck I was.
She went to the Kamala Harris School of Public Speaking, I think.
These people in power, whose house of cards I completely tumbled, did not know who the fuck I was, and they did not. They did not. They completely underestimated me. That's why they thought they could get away with doing all the injustices that they did to me. So they can have low vibrating individuals like Velda Garcia making the statements that she made today. However, you will not say my name. Say that I am a drug user. Say Vanessa Tejerina is a drug user. Well, there was a video of this and this. Okay. How are you going to prove how are you going to prove the validity and the facts that you assume? You can't. That's your assumption. But by virtue of you making a claim like that,
that was you in the video holding a crack pipe and smoking it. When you were arrested at the Stars, the police found the crack pipe in your car. The morning after, you made a video where you admitted it was your crack pipe that was in your house. And instead of throwing it out like a normal person or smashing it on the ground, I put it in my car because I didn't want it in my garbage can. Yeah, I probably should not have done that. You said that yourself. There's my evidence. There's the evidence.
Would be exactly what Ofelia Moreno now has to defend herself against doing, because she did the same thing. Calling somebody a child molester. Saying somebody had AIDS. That's what you would be doing. My goodness. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No, I'm not sorry. I love bursting the bubbles of haters. I mean, I've often said it, it's a sport. It is a sport for me. I cannot stand bullies of any kind. I cannot stand bullies that are adults and that have a whole lifetime legacy of trails of victims that they've had in their wake.
Trails of
I
victims.
can't stand bullies in power. I can't stand any kind of bullies. I can't.
Can you stand yourself?
And then they call me a bully
She probably can't
for
stand
merely
herself.
defending myself. Who took that from me? All I've ever done is defend myself. What?
Yeah, right.
So,
Sure.
okay. So that's all I have to say. And like I said, I'm guessing, I guess I should say right now, if you don't want to be like, if you think that maybe, it's not a good, you don't really want me getting the word out about your friend's case, right? Because I had said what I needed to say, right? But I guess she has you and anybody else, right, for that matter, to thank. Because if I'm going to take the time to have to quail my audience and let them know, y'all, don't worry about that riffraff. Don't worry about that. Do not worry about that at all. I mean, it's that. Seriously. If I have to take the time to go live to do that, I'm very efficient with every move I make and very intentional. I'm going to maximize I'm going to make it so that my words have the most power. Because here I am trying to tell my audience, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that rubbish. But while I'm here, let me tell you this. If you don't want that happening, I mean, you know what to do and not do. Right? That's it.
She's such a phony big shot.
Okay.
Tough
All right.
guy.
Thank you all so much. Thank you.
Pretending to be
Thank
tough
you.
guy.
Thank you.
Did you see her on TikTok last week? Those of you that did see the videos, one of them is posted on my page. That's the real Vanessa.
That you have done in the last 6 years to me, ma'am. Okay. Just remember that this video would not have been made were it not for my other hater, your friend. Okay. Thank you. All right. Gracias. I love y'all, and be well and safe, and don't worry about them. Honestly, for real. Right now I'm going to post my video. Look at how many views, even just with it not being posted yet, compared to the rubbish that tries to discredit me, that will never say my name and will never make those statements without adding a disclaimer phrase. Ever.
Okay, so.
Okay? I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much, and
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh, her hair
Thank
is
you.
thinning. You can see her
Honestly,
scalp. You see that?
It's not bullshit when I tell you that a big part of my survival is your energy. A big part of my survival is the energy of the people who even think about me in a positive way. The energy of the haters also helps me because it's energy that you are giving to me. And in that moment that you are hating me, or in that moment that you are speaking of me, you are directly addressing your hate towards me. I'm not expanding any energy when I speak of you because I am not directing hate towards you. I'm transmuting that hate. And the universe knows. The universe knows everything. The universe knows when we're saying something, and it knows what we're thinking. My goodness, it's omni-knowing. That means it's everything knowing. It knows everything. You can't hide from Source, God, the universe. They know. You see? That's why I always knew that I will forever be victorious. Always when it matters. Because I am my authentic self. The universe knows if I'm bullshitting. God knows.
Oh, believe me, the universe knows that you're bullshitting. Yes, you're exactly right.
And they know what's going through your mind when you are making statements. They know that too. See, that's the difference. That's the difference. That's the difference. I don't know what else to say. But yes, a big part of my survival is you guys. The energy that you all take, the efforts that people in real life have taken to help me. Your positive words.
I'm going to tell you something about her support followers as soon as she's done.
Yet you have said a prayer for me, or you have, even for a brief second, thought of something positive regarding me. That is powerful. That is powerful. It is. Well, you know, one thing that I said, that this is another topic. I've noticed a difference. You know, Jesus' real name is Yeshua, right? And, you know, over time, you know, they back then, when Jesus was Jesus, no one ever called him Jesus. His name was Yeshua, right? But back then they didn't have any writing or words or letters to make the sh sound. It's just complicated, and mnemonics and stuff like that. And over the years, it got to be, you know, and there was a stylized version of an I that they thought could replace like a Y, and so a J was a stylized version of an I, which was, you know, you could interchange the Y and the I's back then. And anyways, they tried to make a fancy thing, and over time it got to Jesus. Well, it's true. You see, when you pray to Jesus, try praying to his real name, to the name that he would have been called when he was alive, which is Yeshua. You see, when you pull on an energy by its real name, you're pulling on a vibration that is them, that is the same energy. And I know that the universe understands that the reason that I was pulling on a vibration and labeling that energy, pulling on that energy that was a certain vibration and labeling that energy Jesus, was because that's what we were taught. Y'all, I know what I'm telling you. When you change the way that you speak and pull on Yeshua's energy, and you pull on that energy by his real name, you're pulling on the identical frequency. You're not doing that when you say Jesus. It's stronger when you use his given name. Just so you know. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, I love you. I love you. Yeah, don't give up.
Thank you.
You can survive domestic violence. Look at me. You can survive a hate crime. You can survive malicious prosecutions. You can survive injustices. You can survive injustices of every kind, including family law. You can survive haters. You can survive bullies. You can survive bullies in power. You can survive your darkest days. You can be strong enough to get to the lowest point in your life and never ever want to lose yourself again. How do I know all of that? Because I did it. I did all of that shit. All of that I mentioned right now, I did that. All right? I love y'all. Okay? Don't listen to these haters. Don't listen to this riffraff. Okay? And here I go again on my hiatus. I'm gonna have to leave this video up again for about 24 hours.
Weird,
before I
weird.
deactivate it. Okay? All in Yeshua's name. Yeshua, Yeshua. Y'all, when you start pulling on Yeshua's energy, you can feel the difference. I don't know how else to tell you, but you can feel the difference between Jesus and Yeshua.
Oh, we've got some breaking news.
You can feel
Breaking
the
news
difference
just
in
coming
the
to us
feeling. I
now.
swear to
You're a
you.
bitch. Have a nice day.
I swear to you.
Have a
it's
nice day.
different. It's different. Yes, it's still going to work. Obviously, the universe knows your intentions. The universe knows exactly what you want and what you are asking for when you pull on the strength of Jesus.
She's
But try pulling on the strength of Yeshua
theologian
and
now.
see the difference when you do that and you start to pull on the exact frequency of that energy instead of the maybe kind of close frequency when you say Jesus. All right, Yeshua. Yeshua, y'all.
It seems so wrong for her to even say the name Jesus
Y-E-S-H-U-A.
and talk about the Bible, considering all the evil, crappy crap she's done.
Y-E-S-H-U-A. Yeshua.
It's like you don't have the right.
Joshua is what it is. Just so you know. It is a then version. Just like my middle name Stephanie is a version of Stephen. Right? Yeshua is a Hebrew version of Joshua. Deborah Adams says, I almost gave up because of my health last week. Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Don't. And I'm not here trying to be a holy roller telling y'all, because I know some of y'all may be Jewish and you may not see Yeshua.
Yeah, I doubt there's any
in the
Jewish
most
people sitting here
positive way,
watching
the
you
way
all
I
the time.
see it.
Yeah, I doubt that very
Right?
much.
As
No
everything,
offense to my
as
Jewish
everything,
friends.
actually. Or you may be Buddhist watching me, or you may be atheist. I'm not trying to push. I'm just.
Yeah, Buddhist, because part of your
Yeshua has
audience
been
is
there
from Cambodia, and
for everyone.
Islam, Muslim. A lot of your viewers are from Afghanistan over there. So
From the darkest days of my life, when I was a child, when I was a teenager, when I was a young adult, until this day. And he was introduced to me not in the Bible. I mean, I knew he existed. I saw his pictures everywhere, my relatives' houses. But when I actually learned about his life, it was a Maslow's hierarchy of needs article in a medical journal before second grade, talking about self-actualization. And that's how I learned of Jesus. I learned about him because I studied about him, because I wanted to know, who is this man that's one of the very few humans to have reached self-actualization. So I learned of him as a real person who, in his humanity, lived his life as the highest version of himself possible. Right? Thank you. Thank you. I love y'all so much. Y'all be well and safe. And yeah, that's it. Haters are gonna hate. But hate is also love. Let me look something up real quick.
haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. What is she looking up?
Okay, here you go. Bitty bitty bum bum. Yes, I love it. I love it. Okay, look.
Is she trying to get like emotional? That's what it looks like. Is that what it look? That's what it looks like to me.
No, I'm gonna leave this for another. This needs its own video. I'll do a video on that one day. Thank you. Thank you. It's this. I think I got it on.
He's lying.
I got it on the TikTok shop.
Yeah, whatever.
And I just put it on just like this without the lip liner, but the lip liner is it's that 90s combo.
Yeah.
It's that dark brown
Who
lip liner
cares?
with this. It's amazing. You've seen me wearing it with that, but today I just put this on. Thank you. Gracias. Thank you. All right. That's all I have to say. All right. Y'all be well and safe, and you know, if I don't see you again until maybe September.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Right? I may, you know, I don't know. You know me. You know me. If I see somebody out there putting some misinformation out there about me, and I have to clarify some things, and you know, reactivate to survive publicly, survive out loud. that is what I'm gonna do.
This is freaking hilarious.
I don't care if it's somebody that has fought I don't know how many.
I should not have gone to see the Naked Gun movie. I should have just watched this.
I don't care if it's somebody that this and that. I don't care if it's somebody that everybody thinks is chingona or chingon. I don't care about things like that. I'm autistic. None of that shit. I don't care about none of that. I care about justice. I care about fairness. And one of my special interests is justice and bullies and hate. That shit
You
fascinates
can't
me
handle the truth.
for different reasons. Okay? Thank you. Gracias.
And just like that. And just like that. It's funny that she says, it's funny that she says, "Oh, if I don't come back till September," I was like, pff. Please. How much BS is that? If I don't see you till September, yeah, we'll see her tomorrow night or this weekend or next week. Because tonight or tomorrow, we're going to hear back from Velda. Velda's going to go live and she'll say her thing. And that'll trigger Vanessa. So Vanessa will come back and, you know, do what she calls defend herself, right? And yes, the back and forth will continue. This time with someone else. So she's talking about all these people support from her, and why she's got so much. She'll have thousands of views. You know how many she's got on that video right now, and the one she just did. Let me see. I can dig it up here. It's got 2,500 views right now. And the reason for that, which I've told you all before, the reason for that is she shares her video to all these Facebook groups that are made for sharing, and they're made to give each other views. Now, nobody actually watches. They just leave it on for a few seconds, and then they move on. So it looks like she's got 3,000 people, or by the end of the day or tomorrow morning 5,000 or 6,000 people watching that thing, but they're really not. All they do is share the video. Everybody shares it, and there's thousands of people in these groups, and they all share it, and they all share each other's stuff, but nobody watches. So nobody cares. She's only got a really small handful of hardcore meathead followers, those meathead Muppets, that say they care, but they don't even know her. They don't know her personally. They may have spoken to her because, she has them do her bidding. Like when they need to dig stuff up on somebody or, try to dox someone, they do it for her. Those are the meathead Muppets. Yeah. And all this, and it's true about these people that don't say names. They'll talk around someone, but not about them directly. It's like, just say their freaking name. It's like everybody's bold and nobody's afraid, but they're afraid. It's like, whatever. This one will be back. She'll be back. We all know that. Hiatus my ass. Hiatus. Let's see. Check out some of these comments. I know I posted some of them. Some of them are really funny. Yeah, the amount of viewers, Lori, that actually comment is probably the same hardcore, I don't know, 10 to 20 at the most. And then you got your random guy from Pakistan or India or whatever he's from, and he'll, they'll say something like, "You're beautiful," or, stuff like that. But the main thing is about that is that she's talking to an audience that doesn't care. It's like there is no audience. Most of those 2,500 views she probably got in the first 2 minutes. And then they drop off because they don't watch. They only watch for a few seconds, and so that Facebook can call it a view. And that's it. And that's it. And anybody can do that. But you know what? I'd rather have a small amount of viewers and views of people that actually want to see the content, and they want to see it, they want to watch. They want to hear my reaction. They want to hear her ridiculousness. Than sharing to 50,000 people who don't give a crap, and it's just views. It's fake. That's fake. That's what it is. Yo, Kangaroo Core. She uses the word hiatus to hide what she's doing in the dark when she's up to no good. Like, why isn't she mentioning her own current court cases? Yeah. Probably because right now, honestly, there's nothing to mention. They're waiting for a court date. And we have to see if her attorney, which is a guy named Sorolla, who's a real shady, yeah, fits her perfectly. We'll see if they come up with some kind of delay tactic when it's time for her to go to trial, when they set a date. Or when they set a date, they might push it out, a month or so out so that he can review. Because I don't think he's got all the details on this, unless he's reviewing them already. And but yeah, we're expecting sometime in the next, someone in the legal profession familiar with the case and in those counties familiar with the case, said it could take up to a couple of months to set a date. So I'm not, on the edge of my seat about it. When it happens, we'll definitely let you know for sure. Yeah, but it's going to happen. At least, what do they call her? Lady Justice. Lady Justice is alive and well, and we'll see how that goes when it happens. I know it's not, but it's going to be like the trial of the century. And yeah, people are asking, they want to go, they want to come down here, or they're in the area and they want to go watch. But yeah, hey, it's a free country. You can do what you like. I'm not going to go because I don't want her to try to do something like, she'll tell the attorney tells the judge, oh, she feels intimidated by that man sitting right there. He's in the audience. He's one of her haters, and blah, 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 all that stupid crap. Which she'll say to try to have me removed from there or delay court or whatever. They would do that. They would do that. Because when I saw her in court last time, I was outside the courtroom waiting for the court to start to go in. And I was sitting on a bench in the hallway outside the door, and she was walking back towards the courtroom, and she had one of her legal aides or assistants or her attorney or whoever she was walking with her. And as she walked right by me, she said it loud enough, like for me to hear. Oh, this is one of the guys that talks about me all the time. He's intimidating me. That's why he's here. And she said it. She increased her voice as she was walking by so that I could hear what she was saying. Like I was going to be outraged or whatever. I laughed. It was funny. It was funny. So if she knows you by your profile pictures, I don't know. Or if you've had interaction with her, I probably wouldn't go. So that kind of disruption doesn't happen, or possible disruption. But if you disguise yourself, perhaps, one of those big Hollywood floppy hats with a scarf and sunglasses, that could work. But just be careful, that's all. And have a plan, and don't be surprised if the best thing for you to do is just to leave the courtroom, because we don't want to mess up that trial. We do not want to mess up that trial. We don't want to disrupt it at all. Yeah, there you go. KK says, yep, we'll all dress up as old white ladies. Everybody dress up in these floral dresses put on curly gray hair wigs, and remember like the ladies from what was that show? The lady who used to be with Carol Burnett. When Carol Burnett would do those old ladies, those southern old women. I don't know, some of you young people may not know what I'm talking about. You're still fetuses right now, but I don't remember their names. And I'm not talking about the Golden Girls. This is before the Golden Girls. But anyway, everybody wearing floral dresses and a gray wig. That'd be freaking hilarious. That would be hilarious. Floppy hats, floppy tits, we'd fit right in with that. Yes, Becky, thank you. Mama's Family. I'm pretty sure Mama's Family, those characters came from the Carol Burnett show. I think it was Carol Burnett, yeah. She was one of those old ladies dressed up. Funny stuff. Vicky, what was her name? Vicky something. Vicky, what was her last name? what was her name? Somebody knows. I know. Somebody will say it. Yeah, that was good stuff. That was funny stuff. Anyway, we know this is not over. And, I don't care what she said. She wants to, it makes her feel better to say that I'm a hater or that they're hate pages. I mean, people have no clue. They don't know what a hate page is. They don't know what a hate page is. And I don't even think there are hate pages out there. Maybe you can call the Howard Stern show a hate show, but everything is satire. They just make fun of stuff for the shock value of it. There's no hate pages down here. Everybody just talks shit. That's all. They're talk shit pages. That's what they are. Talk shit pages. And is that a crime? No. But like I said, some people take it too far. And, I gotta say, and I want to say this, I don't think I said it publicly, but, when you start posting stuff and you include pictures of children, of little kids, I'm talking about, and then you start saying things like these little kids have AIDS or they acquired AIDS or HIV, that's fucked up, man. That's messed up. And I don't agree with that at all. I don't care if it would be said about me or mine, because I handle things differently. And so I don't care. I'm more like, shut the F up. That's my thing. But I know as a mom, a lot of people will get offended. If somebody says that about your child, that because you were hanging with somebody, you got HIV. Yes, that was actually said and posted to a page. One of these. Now, those are hate pages where they posted stuff like that. Those are hate pages. I'm sorry, man. I know he used to be or watches sometimes, but yeah, I don't agree with that. Nope, that's where I draw the line right there. It's like it's like be a grown up and draw a line and keep it to a certain level. Because when you piss people off, even though it may not bother me, or it won't affect me the way it does to a lot of adults and about their kids and stuff. One of these days, man, you're gonna get the wrong person. You're gonna piss off the wrong people, and they're really gonna, they're gonna react. They're really gonna react. And that's how these things get escalated. What happened to the good old days of the gossip pages? Yeah, that's what it was. People would say something about that person, and that person would come back and say something back about what they just said, and they would go back and forth, and then one person would get more mad, and then it would escalate. It'd be like those Yo Mama contests, they go back and forth on stage. And but and that happened for a couple of years, and everything was fine. And then somebody just takes it to the next step. crosses the line, things start to get more in your face or more physical. Confrontation, destruction of property, vandalism. And then after that, it's taken to the next step. Real in your face confrontation, fight, and then it's like, you know what, you messed it up. Messed it up too much. It was fun. Just let people insult each other, and it was fun. It was good. It was cool to watch that. I mean, it was cool to watch that or listen to it, whatever. But now everybody's calling the police on each other and pressing charges. And it's like, the good old days. If you're online in public, well, then you better be ready to face criticism, because they're going to talk about you. Even me. They're going to talk about you. They're going to say things. And people down here, I don't know how it is in other parts of the country or whatever, but down here, people like to dig and find something out about you, and they like to hold it over your head. They love to dig shit up and hold it over your head and expose very personal things about you. That's the way of the RGV. That's the culture down here. If they can find something juicy or dig it up, they will hold that shit over your head. And they will threaten with it. Or they'll just come out and just expose it. Never fails. And it's going to be like that. That's the way of the RGV. Yeah, and then if they can't dig up anything on you, then they start making shit up. And that's just as bad. I don't know if it's just as bad. Sometimes it's ridiculous. When you start accusing people of being a child molester or a, PDF file. I know the actual word. I'm just saying it because I know some of these. You know what? I don't care. When you start calling or insinuating somebody's a pedophile or a molester when they're not, and you have no evidence that they were ever, that's messed up. That's like the lowest of the low. That's pretty low. You don't know how damaging that is. Even just the insinuation of it can cause the community to start thinking people are, that somebody is, because somebody said, without any evidence. And that's the honest truth. That's just despicable. That's despicable. Used to be the good old days, man. Just argue with each other, go back and forth with the insults. The person with the better insult at the end of the day, they took it. They won. On to the next day of insults. And leave it at that. But no, got to get the police involved. Waste their time. And then you got people like Vanessa being a professional victim. And too bad she can't make money on it, because she would be making a killing as a professional victim, a paid victim. She would make a ton of money being a professional victim. Kangaroo court? Unfortunately, you're correct. Being referred to as a pedophile I mean, people keep pushing a narrative, and then people are dumb too. They start to believe that shit. They don't do any research. Nobody does any research. And I'll say something. There's someone else. They got a situation where it was domestic violence, and they're accusing someone of hiding a gun or taking a gun and hiding it, or keeping it from police and law enforcement. And it's just crap. It's a lie. It's an actual lie. It's like, God, come on. I mean, this has gotten to the 6th grade level, maybe 8th grade, Hey, Amanda, glad you can make it. So, yeah, once these court dates of other people, once those things start to be made public and happen, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Hey, Nicole and Chris. It'll be interesting to see what happens. There's a lot of cyber stalking, cyber harassment. These are things that are new, relatively speaking, new down here to South Texas. And as I was told, it's uncharted waters for a lot of law enforcement agencies down here. So, in my opinion, some people will be made an example of. And it's going to set a precedent. It's going to be something that other cases that come up are going to be compared to this, or they're going to be brought to this standard. So, people will be made an example of, possibly. And when I say it's going to set a precedent, that means like 10 years from now, there's going to be a cyber stalking case, and then they're going to go, judge, please refer to so-and-so versus so-and-so, 2025 Cameron County. And it's like, what happened there? Oh, okay. So, and they will go according to that. But you know what? Police are involved already now. Yeah. Ruin the fun for everybody. And yeah, I mean, Vanessa, not that she's trying to interject, but in what she thinks is a low-key way, she's trying to influence what people might hear about when it comes time to select a jury when they're referring to that other case. Because it's got nothing to do with her. Not one bit. This is none of her business. And by that I mean it's none of her business. This is other two people and their business. It's not because of her that they're in court, none of that stuff. Of course, she's going to make it sound that way because, well, we know how she is. Well, we already know that. And I'm really, really, really hopeful. Can't wait to the first day of trial. Too bad, but I don't know. Do they have cameras in there? I don't think so. I mean, it's not going to be televised. It's not big enough yet. But I did tell you that. Here, did I read this to you real quick before we go? Mississippi, right? Let's see, Mississippi. Penalties. This is for food stamp fraud. when you defraud the state, the SNAP system, if it's under $100, the fine could be $1,000, maybe 1 year in prison, and it's a misdemeanor. So anywhere in that range, judge could say, okay, a month in prison, or he can say a year in prison, whatever. If it's over $100, up to $5,000, now you're talking about a $10,000 fine, and prison could be up to 5 years. Actually, it doesn't say up to, it says 5 years in prison. Now, if you go over $5,000, and it doesn't put a cap on it, if it's over $5,000 of fraud, you're looking at a $250,000 fine and 20 years in prison. We're talking about over $75,000 here. $75,000. So in Texas, food stamp fraud, also known as SNAP, which is Supplemental Nutrition, I want to say assistance. Yeah, assistance program, right? Now that's got some high penalties, depending on how severe it is. And it's funny because the amount that we're talking about, it's like not even listed here. Unlawful redemption. Let's see. Federal penalties under it's a federal offense under Title 7 U.S. Code 2024. Federal penalties for unlawful acquisition, transfer, or use of SNAP benefits can range from a misdemeanor with up to $1,000 fine and 1 year in prison. That's the same thing, like Mississippi, values under $100,000 to potentially up to $250,000 fine and 20 years in prison. So we've got pretty much the same. It's the same, I guess, because it's federal. It's got the same guidelines. So, I mean, if that judge is not having a good day, and he's not a happy camper, or he's hangry, yeah, that'll be interesting to see what they hand down. Of course, assuming that they find her guilty. Because this is innocent until proven guilty, right? Oh, the DAs are good. And, I mean, from what I understand, there's evidence was there. It was there. It's just a matter of getting it to go to trial, and you know her attorneys had nothing but delay tactics at first. Attorney changes and attorneys, and it was just it just got delayed for freaking years. So it's about time something happens. It's about time. I'm gonna say it doesn't look good. I'm gonna say it doesn't look good. I would not want to be in that position. That's why I would never put myself in that position. But that kind of money, that's almost like, you know how like a simple theft is like just a simple theft. But if it's over a certain amount, they call it larceny. Yeah, that's big time. It's a lot of money. Lots of money. I hope that it continues. I hope it continues. And they move forward with it. And as long as it's on track to happen, whether it's, hopefully it's this year. If not, it'll be early next year. I'm hopeful for this year still. Maybe we'll have a nice Christmas. What do you think, huh? Yeah, that's on a lot of people's mind right there. That's on a lot of people's mind right there. That's very possible, Lori. In her defense, saying it was her ex that did the snap fraud. I believe so. I mean, she's gonna do everything possible. So, but I'm gonna inquire about that. I'm sure she's gonna say it wasn't her, but it was her. It was her. It was her. Yes, that's the what do you call it? The gist of it right there. She said she was a single mom living by herself with her girls when that was not the case. And that's the only reason why they gave her so much benefits. Because she was a single mom living by herself with her girls. That's why they had so much money in benefits. If I'm not mistaken, I think the food stamp, the monthly benefit on that, probably about $800. Probably. And then not to mention Medicaid, whatever, if that was used at the doctors or hospitals or whatever. And then if you're a single mom, they give you cash also. You got children and, they give you cash. So a combination of everything, it doesn't look good for the V. But it will be exciting to watch and to hear about. I'm telling you that much. That's why I hope it happens this year. It's enough delays already. Enough freaking delays. I mean, years, excuse my language, I shit you not, years of delays. So we will see. She says she's not coming back till September. Yeah, right. Somebody else will go live. Velda will go live and say what she's got to say, and that'll trigger Vanessa. Velda will smoke Vanessa out of her hole. And that's how it works. Vanessa won't be able to resist. She'll be back. So, all right. I need to catch you guys up on the raffle, which I'll do tomorrow evening. Yesterday I was going to go live. Internet problem, Spectrum Internet. Thank you very much. Intermittent service. It was a pain in the freaking butt. They've got it all ironed out now. So maybe tomorrow we'll continue with these raffles. And remember, this is for a good cause. Let's get these couple of things out of the way, which is the perfume and the shoes. I want to get those out of the way, and then I'll bring in the electronics. Apple Watch, AirPods, maybe an iPad. Yeah, so let's have some fun with this. All right. Gonna call it an evening. Thank you all for hanging out with me here for a little bit. Hope you enjoyed the program. Don't feel afraid to tip the jar on your way out if you like the program. You don't have to. It's not a rule. Have a great night. We will be back mañana, and we'll continue with the raffle and whatever else. We'll talk about whatever else happens tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody.